Oh. हेलो जी, हेलो। हमारा बस सेटअप हो गया है। वही मेरा माइक गिर गया फिर से। सॉरी, आई डोंट नो इफ यू गाइस कैन हियर मी। 2 मिनट के अंदर साहिल आ रहा है। आई बिलीव द मैच हैज स्टार्टेड। हम दोनों मैचेस कवर कर रहे हैं आज, द इक्वेडोर वाला गेम एज वेल एज द नेदरलैंड्स गेम, जो होस्ट नेशन के साथ है. So we've got a lot of things to cover. So let's get straight into it. Sahil is joining in the next couple of minutes. Till the meantime, I am handling it alone. उसके बाद फिर वो भी आ जाएगा मेरे साथ. So
I'm
दोस्तों,
here.
अच्छा आगे 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 ओहो हो. तो
I'm getting a call. I was getting a very important call, and that's why I've asked my dear sister to help me there. I'm still
हाँ,
getting that call, so you can sort it out. And in the
I
meantime, focus on the game.
I am focusing on the game, right? We
And the,
are.
and the work which I just gave you.
Yes yes, वो तो यार बहुत important है. काफी कुछ आई थिंक सो आई टू पहले बिफोर वी स्टार्ट आवर सिस्टर, अब तो वी आर इन द बिजनेस एंड ऑफ द वर्ल्ड कप. गेम वीक 3 शुरू हो गया है आज से. तो क्या लगता है, व्हाट डू यू थिंक, हाउ इज दिस थिंग गोइंग टू पैन आउट?
I think this is the exciting time of the World Cup now because
हाँ,
we are just heading to the round of 16s and the knockout stages.
बिल्कुल.
So it's going to be very interesting from now onwards, and I'm really hopeful that this game week 3, or should I
हाँ,
say match day 3, is going to be
करेक्ट.
very exciting and enticing for all the fans.
बिल्कुल बिल्कुल. तो पहले मैं एक बार सबसे इजीएस्ट गेम नेदरलैंड्स वर्सेस कतर की टीम लाइनअप बता देता हूँ सबको. We've got for the Netherlands, they're playing 3-4-1-2 with King Louis playing a very standard 3-4-1-2. He's got Noppert at the back, Timber, Van Dijk, and Ike as the back three. Then we've got Dumfries, De Roon, Frankie De Jong, Daley Blind as the midfield as well as the wing backs, and Klassen as the number 10. उसके आगे है Cody Gakpo and Memphis Depay starts today's game. For the Qatar team, it is a 5-3-2. They've gone in for a defense. They want to take at least a point today. So उनके पास है अफीफ, अली, हातिम, मोडिबो, अल हाइदोस in the midfield, Ahmed, Hassan, Hokwi, Miguel, and Muhammad making the backline, and Barsham is the goalkeeper.
I think the most underwhelming team of this World Cup. A lot of expectation was there from them, and they have performed miserably.
Yes, I
Yeah.
understand. We all had a lot of expectation. Even though ये makeshift team है, ये सारी खरीदी हुई टीम लग रही है मेरे को इनकी. पूरी खरीदी हुई टीम
there
है.
is a like Africans and पता नहीं कहाँ से उठाए हुए बंदे हैं.
हाँ, इन्होंने वैसे सारे उठाए हुए हैं. बट एक चीज का बहुत बड़ा इंपॉर्टेंट न्यूज, वी आर वाचिंग इक्वाडोर एंड सेनेगल एंड नेदरलैंड्स वर्सेस कतर एज वेल, साइड बाय साइड. इक्वाडोर सेनेगल के पास बहुत अच्छा चांस था इन द बिगिनिंग. इट हैज जस्ट देयर. सो बिफोर हम आगे इसके ऊपर बात करते रहेंगे, इन द मीन टाइम लेट मी टेल यू द लाइनअप फॉर इक्वाडोर एंड सेनेगल. इक्वाडोर में 4-3-3 का लाइनअप चल रहा है. They've got Galendez, Prisadio, Torres, Hincape, Estupina, Franco, Guerzo, Cancillo, Palata, Estrada, and Valencia making Valencia being the number one. Valencia, Estupina, and Caicedo is, I believe, the three main players on the right side for the Ecuadorians. What do you think about it? Just a 4-3-3 का formation. आगे जाके 5-2-3 भी बन सकता है, 5-4-1 भी हो सकता है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, 3-5-2 भी हो सकता है.
I think आज का match, to be honest, although the intensity and the I think worldwide eyes would be on Netherlands because they are one of the most watched teams and also one of the big teams in Europe. Also, Qatar being the home nation, final game of the World Cup, they would like to finish it on a strong note. But I think आज का जो game है, it is that clash between Ecuador and Senegal, the team which won, which
exactly
win
जो जीतेगा. मैं अभी
exactly.
हमने थोड़ी देर पहले we created this video जहां पे who will qualify for the round of 16. We've already put it out that our estimations, because सारे groups apart from 3 teams, Brazil, Portugal and France, इन 3 के अलावा सारे even Stevens है, जो जीता वो सिकंदर, जो हारा वो out, and even the top team is not safe.
I think you didn't finish that sentence. जो जीता वही सिकंदर, जो हारा वो बंदर.
बंदर मैं बोल रहा था, बंदर सोचा नहीं था मैंने, बंदर डालू कि नहीं डालू. आजकल बड़ा भैया बड़ा पॉलिटिकल वर्ल्ड कप है. हैव टू चूज एवरीथिंग वेरी वेरी केयरफुली. कल के दिन पे
we'll not disrespect बंदर monkeys.
कल के दिन पे भाई हमारे पास प्रॉब्लम आ जाए तो हम फंस जाएंगे यार.
Exactly.
प्रॉब्लम वो हमें वो पंगे लेने ही नहीं मेरे भाई.
बिल्कुल सही कह रहा. नहीं करना.
सो वो चीज करनी ही नहीं है हमें.
अच्छा, so हम कैसे कर रहे हैं ना? How we are doing it now? We have to go live and we are doing this watch along for both the games, but unfortunately, how to focus on both the games? So are you taking one game, I'll take the other, and we are talking about
I am watching Ecuador versus Senegal, and
okay,
plus
so I'll open Netherlands versus
ऐसा कर लो. मैं वैसे in the meantime मैंने stats खोल लिया है. उस टाइम पे बड़े हैरत अंगेज स्टार्ट्स हैं नेदरलैंड्स वाले गेम के लिए. ज्यादा तो हैरत अंगेज नहीं है मेरे लिए. 3 shots for Netherlands, 1 on target. Qatar has 1 shot and 1 on target. Mind you, I didn't expect them to have even a single shot on target. 84% possession for Netherlands, whereas 16 for Qatar, and 64 passes completed in the first, I believe, first 7 minutes, and 17 is for Qatar. Other than that,
no
offside we have for the Netherlands game, and I believe you're watching the game.
Yes.
ठीक है. And so this is, like we said, we are in the business end of the World Cup. Last game week, सब कुछ even Stevens है. कोई जा सकता है, कोई नहीं जा सकता है. पहला सवाल मेरे को तेरे से ये है कि जो 3 टीम क्वालिफाई करती है, अब उनका आगे का स्टेप क्या है? डू दे गो इन टू प्ले फॉर द विन और दे रेस्ट द मेन प्लेयर्स? बिगेस्ट क्वेश्चन.
I think you tend to rest your main players. I think also if I talk about the 3 sides who have already qualified, I think they will have the sides to go really long in the tournament. I think they would be focusing on going and reaching the finals and maybe lifting the trophy altogether. The 3 teams which have qualified. So I feel that they would like to rest some of their players, maybe bring few of the injured one up to speed, maybe try and just have a good enough like a practice session for those guys as well who have not played so far. I think it will be that, because if it is actually seen from the current perspective, I don't see finishing first and second matters a lot, because
exactly कोई ना कोई सारी मेजर टीम्स ही है ना. बट ऑन दैट नोट आई हैव टू इंटरप्ट यू इन बिटवीन. सुतर 8 मिनट में इतना बेहतरीन चांस सेनेगल के पास, एंड दे फकिंग फ्लफ्ड अप देयर लाइंस. इस टाइम पे इट वाज अ ब्यूटीफुल पास थ्रू बॉल, ऑफसाइड ट्रैप को बीट किया एंड ही हिट द बॉल वाइड. गोलकीपर ओपन था, अच्छा खासा कल की तरह गोल था, लेकिन बाहर चली गई बॉल. एंड ये इक्वाडोर का ट्रैक. Senegal has come out with a vengeance. They are here to win.
Is Valencia playing for Ecuador?
Yes, Valencia is playing. Even जो मैंने बोला था अभी, Valencia is playing, and Ecuador के लिए काफी important चीज ये है कि उनकी लाइनअप में काइसेडो एंड एस्टुपिनिया, मैंने ये 3 नाम लिए थे जो मेरे को लगे कि बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होंगे. इवन पलाटा ऑन द लेफ्ट साइड, सॉरी राइट साइड. लेफ्ट पे तो एना वेलेंसिया खेल रहा है, काइसेडो है एंड एस्टुपिनिया है. वेयरएज फॉर सेनेगल इट सीम्स लाइक अ वेरी ऑल स्टार टीम. दिया है, इस्माइल सार है, इद्रिस इग्वाय है, एनडीए है, सिस है, नॉट पैपेसीस है, कलूबली है, डियालो है, सालबली है, एडवार्ड मेंडी है. बस सेनेगल की टीम अगर क्वालिफाई नहीं करती तो भाई लानत है. इतनी बड़ी टीम
नहीं,
इस टाइम पे मेरे इतने सारे नाम है जो मेरे को इसलिए पता है बिकॉज ये साले प्रीमियर लीग में खेलते हैं।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली।
एंड सेनेगल हैज टू विन। सेनेगल के पास ऑप्शन नहीं है ड्रॉ कराने का। सेनेगल
अब
को
वो
जीतना बहुत जरूरी है।
मस्ट मस्ट विन गेम है दोनों के लिए।
दोनों के लिए मस्ट विन है, बट अगर अगर ये ड्रॉ होता है देन इक्वाडोर इज सेफ। इक्वाडोर के लिए ये है कि वो ड्रॉ करा लो या जीत जाओ। दे डोंट हैव टू लूज दिस गेम। सो ये चीज है। बट इक्वाडोर इज देयर मतलब वो भी पीछे नहीं है। दिस गेम इज गोइंग टू बी एक्साइटिंग, मैं बता रहा हूँ जितना मतलब जितना वन साइडेड तेरे को नेदरलैंड्स वाला गेम दिखेगा ना, उतना भयंकर ये वाला गेम होगा। मिनट बाय मिनट, मिनट बाय मिनट।
एंड टू एंड होने वाला है वाला गेम।
बहुत एंड टू एंड होगा भाई, बहुत एंड टू एंड होगा। मतलब उससे एंड टू एंड तो शायद ही कोई चीज होगी।
दोनों गेम एक ही टाइम पे स्टार्ट हुए हैं, विच इज समथिंग वेरी वेरी नाइस आई थिंक।
इट इज वेरी नाइस यार, बहुत अच्छा लगता है जब ऐसी चीजें शुरू होती हैं।
No need to offer any fair advantage to any team when they are already aware कि क्या होने वाला है ग्रुप के अंदर।
हाँ एग्जैक्टली exactly. जब वो इशू ही जब मेन चीज ये है कि यार ये गेम इसलिए इतना इंपॉर्टेंट हो गया है क्योंकि अगर ये गेम इवन स्टीवंस नहीं होता ना, इट वुड हैव नॉट क्रिएटेड दैट हाइप। एंड ये सारे ना वर्ल्ड कप के गेम सारे डड हो जाते अगर दोनों मेन टीम है ना दो दो गेम जीत जाती तो सारे गेम फिर वाज फॉर नो राइम और रीजन।
एग्जैक्टली।
लेकिन इतने इतने सरप्राइजेस आ गए हैं, इतने अपसेट्स आ गए हैं कि छोटी सी छोटी 1 मिनट मतलब 30 seconds इज इक्वली एज इम्पोर्टेंट एज द होल गेम।
But on a personal note, like which team are you supporting? If I talk about Ecuador versus Senegal, which team do you want to see qualify?
आई लाइक सेनेगल टू क्वालिफाई क्योंकि बड़ी लाइवली टीम है यार।
वो अफ्रीकन थोड़ा रहता है, अफ्रीकन वी वांट अफ्रीकन नेशंस टू डू वेल।
यार साउथ अमेरिका तो बहुत है यार।
एग्जैक्टली।
अभी नेट प्लस मेरे को पता है क्या, मेरे को वो याद है सेनेगल, उनके सेलिब्रेशन नहीं भूलूंगा मैं।
एग्जैक्टली दैट वाज 2002।
हाँ वो सेलिब्रेशन मतलब देख रहे हो इतने साल आई वाज व्हाट 6 7 आई बिलीव सर, नहीं नॉट 6 7, वी व्हाट 4 5 साल हुए थे फुटबॉल देखते हुए। वर्ल्ड कप पहला वर्ल्ड कप देख रहा था 2002 का मैं। उससे पहले मैंने वो देखा यूरो 98 वाज द फर्स्ट वन, उसके बाद प्रीमियर लीग में घुस गए क्योंकि वर्ल्ड कप 2002 वाज द फर्स्ट वन। आई थिंक सियोल था ना,
सियोल या साउथ कोरिया।
तो इंडिया के टाइम के हिसाब से भी अच्छा था।
हाँ
उस टाइम पे हमारे पास ESPN स्टार स्पोर्ट्स हुआ करता था, ESPNstar.com।
एग्जैक्टली।
वो दिन थे यार। But this is something which you can look at in terms of
So now you mentioned that it is going to be a very crack attack of a game between Ecuador and Senegal. I could give a bit of an update from Netherlands versus Qatar game. So it is right now being played in Qatar's half only. Netherlands having all the ball, and right now, just to give you a bit of an hindsight, De Jong hit a shot which was going into the goal, and unfortunately it hit Depay in the way.
ओ फ्रैंकी किस्मत ही खराब है भाई।
Frankie should have accepted a transfer move. Only then I think he would have redeemed himself.
70 मिलियन, 50 मिलियन, 80 मिलियन, क्या क्या होगा।
Again, I'm liking the spirit and the zest of the Netherlands fans right now. They're enjoying the game.
That is why I gave you that game. That is why you took that game, isn't it?
I had to take that game, right?
I know. The fans are
I
enchanting.
love the orange. I love the orange. Right?
Yeah.
इसी बात से ऑरेंज खाने का मन कर पड़ा, बट अभी ऑरेंज है नहीं।
बहुत मतलब very honestly speaking, quite a buzz. It can be a buzz kill as well if the Senegal game and Senegal and Ecuador का game first half 0-0 रह गए. It might be a buzz game.
But in any ways, I would feel that if this ends in a draw between Senegal and Ecuador, Senegal have a better goal difference, right?
If Senegal and Ecuador का no, Ecuador will be on top with points, ना भाई?
Ecuador has won against. Oh, Ecuador drew against Netherlands. Yes. Yes.
तो उसकी वजह से Senegal को problem हो गई ना भाई?
Exactly. So Senegal has to take the game.
Win. Senegal has to win. There is nothing in it. Senegal has to win. Agar to qualify. Otherwise, Ecuador goes to. Yeah. तो ये चीज है.
If you talk from a Netherlands versus Qatar game perspective, right now it's all as if like Qatar is just defending and defending. I still feel that being the home side, I've never seen a more timid home side than this in the men's FIFA World Cup.
I have never seen any side. सबसे पहली चीज, I have never seen a side which is fucking made up. खरीदे हुए प्लेयर तो मैंने आज तक नहीं देखे.
Exactly. It's like I feel that maybe when Qatar was bidding for this tournament, I think they should have had some plan to get a decent enough team, because I think if you can win the Asia Cup and still if you see the other Asian teams like Saudi Arabia, like Japan, like South Korea, they have been doing so well. South Korea drew with Uruguay. I think that is underrated as well. South Korea drew with them. So all these teams are also
more than that. I like the statement which you made. Qatar should have thought about it very well.
Exactly.
They should have they should have made a team like that.
Exactly. And if you are splashing the cash, then you could have done it.
As the cash on the players. इनका बस चले रोनाल्डो खरीद लेंगे.
Exactly, and try and force him into the national team.
हाँ और क्या?
Ronaldo wearing Qatar colors.
ओह, मतलब तू सोच रोनाल्डो मेसी को इतना पैसा दे दे भाई दोनों आ जाए. क्या टीम होगी वो?
Ronaldo switching Portugal for Qatar and Messi switching Argentina for Qatar.
सोच रहा है. वैसे on the note, when you're talking about Netherlands versus Qatar, I'm looking at the stats also right now. 6 shots versus 1 on target each. 77% possession for Netherlands as expected.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
23 for Qatar. But the biggest difference, I have never seen in 20 minutes a side have only 42 touches.
So it is being played in their half only, and it's all possession by the orange. So yeah, you can't have the ball.
On that note, 17 minutes.
I would have liked if they were at least a bit more brave today. If you go out
with a bang, yeah. Go out with a bang. On that note, Senegal had a very sorry. Go ahead.
Even if you lose like 5-6-0 or something, that doesn't.
वो heart दिखना चाहिए.
Exactly.
वो heart ही नहीं दिख रहा भाई. Ecuador on the attack. Senegal saves, and I think that should be a free kick. There was a massive attack from Senegal. They had a corner, but was saved by the goalkeeper. So काफी end-to-end game चलता हुआ यार.
I'm again having some technical challenges with my feed. Give me a second.
No problem. Take
my
your time. Take your time.
Just give me a second on this.
एक्वाडोर की टीम में एक इंजरी 19 मिनट्स इन गेम इससे बेहतरीन नहीं हो सकता था. ब्यूटीफुल ब्रिलियंट गेम हैपनिंग एंड टू एंड, एंड इस टाइम पे द मेजॉरिटी ऑफ द गेम इज बीइंग प्लेड इन द मिडफील्ड. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो एक हाफ में या दूसरे हाफ में. नो, This game is actually being played with a lot of heart. Senegal, no, they have to win. मैं बार बार ये reiterate कर चुका हूं कि ये चीज सेनेगल के लिए बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है एंड दे आर प्लेइंग लाइक दैट ओनली.
And I'm back with
आ
my
गया
feed.
आ गया.
There is some update from the Ecuador Senegal game. I believe there is some injury.
हाँ, there was an injury, but अभी वो I think so they've been they're looking at him. बहुत गलत, just I believe it's just behind the knee injury है. बहुत गलत वो हुआ. It was a very strong tackle.
I hope it is not. I hope it is not Enner Valencia.
No, it's not Enner Valencia. No, it's not Enner Valencia. Not at all. Somewhere near the quadriceps of the defender.
Do we know this, that the last 6 goals scored by Ecuador have been by Enner Valencia? By
Yeah, one man show. It is being one man show.
So we were discussing about the stats from the Netherlands Qatar game, which is completely one-sided. What about the stats regarding Ecuador versus Senegal?
Ecuador versus Senegal का stats ये है भाई, 2 shots इक्वाडोर के पास है, 4 shots सेनेगल के पास है, एक भी टारगेट पे नहीं है. 55% of the possession is with Ecuador, 45 is with 55 with Senegal, 45 is Ecuador. 72 passes सेनेगल ने करे, 64 passes इक्वाडोर ने करे. आप ये सिर्फ 22 मिनट हो गए ये अफ्रीकन गेम में, 100 कोई भी नहीं टपा है. 79% एक्यूरेसी सेनेगल की है, 73. यहीं पे आपको डिफरेंस पता लग जाता है. 3 फॉल सेनेगल के हैं, 5 इक्वाडोर के हैं, and 1 offside and 2 corners for Senegal and none for Ecuador as of now. So this is what is happening. Majority 33% of the game is in the midfield. 33% of the game is being played in midfield.
Exactly.
तो उसकी वजह से बहुत it's an even Stevens kind of a thing. मतलब ऐसा भी नहीं है कि यार वो ऊपर नीचे हो रहा है.
So obviously that is expected, right? Because it's a must-win game, at least for Senegal, and also Ecuador also can't lose. So yeah, it was expected to be like this.
It is to be like this. मतलब इतना इससे अच्छा नहीं मिल सकता भाई. बहुत लॉन्ग बॉल सेनेगल के पास काफी. I believe Senegal has, if I look at it, Senegal has a much stronger team than Ecuador. But again, ये वर्ल्ड कप है, ये फुटबॉल है, कुछ भी हो सकता है, किसी टाइम पे भी हो सकता है, किसी के अगेंस्ट भी हो सकता है, किसी के साथ भी हो सकता है.
Exactly.
No team, even though however strong they are, कोई भी टीम कितनी भी स्ट्रांग हो, वो इधर की उधर हो सकती है, उधर की इधर हो सकती है.
For our fans, let's try and bring in the live stats for them so that they can also have a look around and see the live stats around which team is attacking and which team is having a ball possession, because it's quite important right now because it's 2 games on the line. So obviously nobody can watch both games at once.
Yeah.
We only have a pair of eyes. We don't have.
We only have one pair of eyes.
Yeah.
So मैं एक काम करता हूँ, मैं ये नेदरलैंड्स वर्सेस कतर की वो कर देता हूँ, मैं स्टैट्स डाल देता हूँ.
Yeah, we can put the stats on,
है ना, ताकि लोगों को ये दिखे कि क्या हो क्या रहा है इस गेम में.
Exactly.
है ना.
Although I'll be sharing the updates for if there is any goal, etc. We can definitely move back and.
हाँ, तो मेरे को 1 मिनट दो, मैं इसके ऊपर मैं काम करता हूँ. जस्ट गिव मी अ सेकंड.
Right.
मेन चीज यही है कि हमारे पास ये अपॉर्चुनिटी है करने की. I believe now people can see our screens.
Yes, they can.
So this is what is happening. in the World Cup between Qatar and Netherlands. अब
Let's
इसमें
zoom it a bit.
हाँ जी.
Let's zoom the pitch map a bit. I think that will be better for them.
All right, we just zoom the pitch map for them. एक second. So that is what we have there.
Yep.
है ना? ठीक
Oh,
है?
it's a goal! It's a goal! It's a goal!
It's a goal.
It is Cody Gakpo!
25 मिलियन और बढ़ गए, 25 मिलियन और बढ़ गए,
100 million हो गया.
100 मिलियन होते हुए.
और suddenly पिक्चर के वहां से कुछ आवाज आ रही है.
मेरे यहाँ से कोई गाने आ रहे हैं? मेरे यहाँ से कोई गाने ही नहीं आ रहे भाई.
गाने नहीं आ रहे, आवाज कुछ आ रही थी अजीब सी.
नहीं, मैं पानी पी रहा था.
पानी क्या? मोटर का पानी पी रहे हो क्या?
अरे नहीं भाई, अपने बिलोवेड प्लास्टिक के कप में पानी पी रहा था यार.
That was an amazing finish from Cody Gakpo.
और 25 मिनट हो गए इधर,
और 25 मिलियन बढ़ भी गए हैं ट्रांसफर मार्केट.
25 मिनट हो भी गए, 25 मिलियन बढ़ भी गए. तो
हम कहाँ पे थे? हम 80 मिलियन पे थे, अब 105 मिलियन हो गए.
105 मिलियन हो गए हैं इस टाइम पे. सेनेगल एंड इक्वाडोर आर स्टिल रनिंग राइट्स ऑन द फील्ड amongst each other, not being able to break the deadlock as of now. They've not been able to break the deadlock as of now. So this is what is happening in this World Cup of Group A last game. So अब इसके अंदर क्या हो सकता है आगे is something to be seen.
I think Gakpo ने 3 गोल मार दिए ऑलरेडी.
भाई इस वर्ल्ड कप का राइजिंग स्टार भी गैक्पो है. इस वर्ल्ड कप का टॉप स्कोरर भी गैक्पो है. इस वर्ल्ड कप का सबसे महंगा ट्रांसफर भी गैक्पो ही होगा.
But top scorer, I think he's equaling with another person called Ener Valencia, both from the Group A. दोनों ने 3-3 गोल मारे हैं.
पहली बारी मेरे को दिखा कतर का थ्रोइंग है.
Qatar is just having the ball just very, very intermittently. Unfortunately, they are not able to spring up 10 passes together.
नहीं, वो हो भी नहीं सकता यार. वो हो भी नहीं सकता एकदम से 10 passes वो लाएंगे ही नहीं. मेरे को भी दिख भी रहा है. I am also watching it as the people are watching on the screen. I don't feel that Qatar has that probability of that they'll be able to do anything. Second shot, I believe Qatar had a shot on target again. Mohammad Ismail ka.
It was just a kind of a formality shot, not at all a threatening one.
तो क्या लगता है, क्या कतर ने थ्रेटन दिया होगा नेदरलैंड्स को?
क्या दिया होगा?
थ्रेटन करा है क्या कतर ने?
नहीं,
पॉलिटिकली कि हमें 2-4 शॉट मारने देना वरना वापस नहीं जाओगे.
आई थिंक अगर कतर को ये करना ही होता तो दे वुड हैव ट्राइड टू विन अ गेम अगेंस्ट at least, because I'm completely surprised. I thought that Qatar is going to be a surprise package this time around, considering they are the Asian champions. And in fact, it is
Asian champions होना, सिस्टर देख यार, Asian champions होना एक तरफ है, and playing in the World Cup at the biggest stage of all is a different thing already. तू भी जानता है, मैं भी जानता हूँ, हम इंडिया को इतने सालों से फॉलो करते आ रहे हैं. We realize that the AFC Cup is not the AFC Cup यार. वहां पे हमेशा बी ग्रेड, बी लेवल टीम, सी लेवल टीम आती है. कभी मैंने होंगमिन सॉन को नहीं देखा था. फॉर दैट मैटर किंगडम ऑफ सऊदी अरेबिया को जब इंडिया ने हराया था या ड्रॉ कराया था, उस टाइम पे सऊदी अरेबिया की फुल फ्लेजेड टीम थोड़ी थी, सेकंड स्ट्रीम टीम थी. कजाक की जब भी हमने एंड आई एम नॉट टेकिंग एनीथिंग अवे फ्रॉम आवर द ब्लू टाइगर्स, आवर इंडियन टीम, इंडियन फुटबॉल टीम, बट एट द एंड ऑफ द डे वी हैव टू लुक एट द क्वालिटी व्हिच इज कमिंग ऑन एंड विद whom are we playing. And that is to be looked after by the AIFF, not the players. The players are not at fault. They are
Exactly.
representing India and they're representing the match, and
So
they're
they have
playing
to
that.
play,
Yeah,
they have to play whichever team is in front of them.
exactly. They have to. तो अगर वो नहीं करेंगे तो वो फिर उनकी गलती है ना मेरे भाई. Then तो इज द एआई या फिर who's at fault? मेरे को अभी भी लगता है, मेरे को आई स्वेयर मेरे को लगता है स्टिग्मैक इज नॉट द राइट मैनेजर.
Steve Mac is right now. I think he should take it to the Asia Cup. I think he is qualified, so I think he deserves to take us to the Asia Cup. Post that we can maybe have a think about who's the best.
मेरे को सऊदी अरेबिया का मैनेजर दिलवा दो यार.
अब वो छोड़ेगा सऊदी अरेबिया तभी तो तुमको मिलेगा ना वो. अब ऐसी परफॉर्मेंस के बाद तो सऊदी अरेबिया खुद ना छोड़ेगी उसको.
हाँ ये बात भी सही है तेरी. बट सऊदी अरेबिया का मैनेजर बड़ा स्वाद लगा मुझे यार. नहीं तो यार अपने आईएसएल में से मैनेजर उठा लो ना, इतने सारे तो आते हैं यार.
Talking about Saudi Arabia,
Hmm.
they lost against Poland. They have a game against Mexico. If they win, they qualify. What's your take? Mexico, can they beat Mexico?
नहीं. मेक्सिको कैनॉट बीट सऊदी अरेबिया. सऊदी अरेबिया में बहुत वो है, विल पावर. मेक्सिको पर मेरे को लगा नहीं, इवन though I've not seen them so much, but then I don't see that Mexico would be able to qualify.
I think it is a very bold statement to make because Mexico is generally one of the most consistently qualifying teams in the World Cup over the last so many years.
I am not see understand one thing. Why am I making this kind of a statement? It might be very bold. Why am I making this statement is that it is very important for us to realize that qualifying for the World Cup is a different cup of tea, and playing in the World Cup is a different cup of tea. A team qualifying at the top of the group stages or at the top of their own group in the qualifying stage will come to the World Cup and fuck it up. And
No,
we're seeing it.
I'm not talking about qualifying as a group topper. I'm talking about their history in the World Cups because they've played many tournaments, many World Cups together.
Sahil, we've been watching the game for about good amount of 20 odd years. About 2 decades, two plus decades, I'll say. 1998, I believe the same time you and I started watching. 97, 98. Even when we didn't realize what was the game called as football. And thanks to our brothers for that, and shout out to them. So I really want to say this, that when we are talking about the game per se, or which team has qualified the maximum amount of times, who's got more experience, yes, Mexico has more experience. But does Mexico have the firepower? I don't feel so. Number two,
On paper, you would rate them a favorite, but again, Saudi Arabia has been performing very well.
Exactly the point. If you look at the performance which game in and game out against Argentina, the performance which Saudi Arabia gave out against Poland, even though the scoreline says it different, 2-0. Even against Poland, Saudi Arabia had a brilliant bloody performance. I couldn't fault them, not so much. Here and there, defensive lapses, सबके होते हैं, सब गोल खाते हैं. But for a team like Saudi Arabia to take Poland to that extent, or for that matter, beat Argentina,
exactly,
when nobody expected them. तो आप मैं ये बोल रहा हूँ, बस ये तो बहुत छोटी चीज है ना यार.
True.
ये तो बहुत छोटी चीज है कि यार आप ये बोल दो कि सऊदी अरेबिया वर्सेस मेक्सिको में, ठीक है, आप 10 बारी क्वालिफाई करके वो पहली या दूसरी बारी क्वालिफाई कर रहे हैं वर्ल्ड कप में, उनके पास एक्सपीरियंस होगा. आई थिंक द मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन द टीम क्वालिफाइंग फॉर द वर्ल्ड कप इज द एक्सपीरियंस ऑफ द मैनेजर व्हिच मैटर्स इन द वर्ल्ड कप. How is he going to take the pressure?
True, I completely agree with you.
Because अगर मैनेजर प्रेशर सही ले लेता है तो टीम भी प्रेशर ले लेगी. अगर मैनेजर ही डुडू मोला निकला तो फिर तो बात ही अलग है ना यार.
True.
बिकॉज इस टाइम पे मैनेजर का एसेंस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट.
Agreed.
मैनेजर की अगर एसेंस ही नहीं होगी तो फिर फायदा ही नहीं होगा ना. अब फॉर एग्जांपल कनाडा का मैनेजर हर्डमैन, उसके स्टेटमेंट ने उसकी टीम को 10 मिनट प्रेस कर दिया. उसके बाद वो चीनी पानी के अंदर चीनी या पानी के अंदर नमक की तरह घुल गया.
I think that was one of the most stupid statements I've ever heard.
लेकिन उसके ऊपर जब वो जो क्रोएशिया का तेल लहरा, जो झूल रहा था क्रोएशिया का तेल, That became very difficult for them not to remove.
Exactly.
क्यों? Because आपने उस पानी के ऊपर हमेशा तेल तैरेगा. आप उस पानी के ऊपर बात कर रहे हो जो पानी हमेशा से पोल्यूटेड है. उसके अंदर आपने चीनी घोल दी, नहीं पी लो. गटर का पानी तो गटर का पानी रहेगा ना, चाहे वो जैसा भी हो. I'm not calling Canadians gutter, but I'm talking about the statements which are there. एक गटर वाला स्टेटमेंट वो गटर वाला स्टेटमेंट ही रहेगा, चाहे आप जब बोलो और जिस तरीके से बोलो. उसके बाद का
स्टेटमेंट टू मी,
it was a stupid statement to make.
Stupid
So
as
most,
well.
exactly the point. It didn't require that. On that, Senegal had a lovely chance. The goalkeeper, ओहो, थोड़ा सा मिस्टेक कर दिया, जज करने में बच गया. Otherwise, गोल था सेनेगल का. 35 minutes in.
Since the time Qatar has conceded, they have started to look a bit sharp.
अरे वही चीज होती है भाई. ये मेरे को ऐसा लग रहा है कतर ना वो इंडियन हाउस होल्ड है. जब घर वालों से डंडे पड़ते ना, सब कुछ सही दिखता है और सब कुछ सीधा सीधा दिखता है.
Qatar fans are a bit disappointed.
वो तो होंगे ही. कितने आए हैं पहले ये बता.
बहुत आए हुए हैं. There's a small section of Dutch fans who are very happy. Dutch fans themselves, they are looking pretty nice, pretty happy, pretty joyful.
That is very important. इधर तो स्टेडियम के अंदर ऐसी चुलबुलाहट है. as I believe
रंग बिरंगे कलर्स दिख रहे होंगे.
रंग बिरंगे कलर्स दिख रहे हैं और चुलबुलाहट दिख रही है. ढोल बज रहे हैं, नगाड़े बज रहे हैं, सब बज रहा है. ऐसा लग रहा है शादी का माहौल है. जो हमारी इंडिया की शादियां होती है वैसा माहौल लग रहा है. वहां
तो गाने वाने सब बजते हैं ना.
Lovely free kick.
But I would still say, and just digressing from the games, Africa का जिस टाइप का culture है of sound and music, it reminds me of the Caribbean in cricket. But unfortunately, जब अफ्रीका में वर्ल्ड कप हुआ था तो उन्होंने अपना सारा म्यूजिक तबाह कर दिया था. वो घटिया सा इंस्ट्रूमेंट वुवुज़ेला से. वो इतना गंदा इंस्ट्रूमेंट था. हर मैच में पू पू पू. मतलब भाई कमेंटेटर की आवाज तो आ नहीं रही है, तुम्हारे पू पू बंद नहीं हो रहे. एंड had they brought in their music and their culture, that would have been such great. वो वुवुज़ेला पता नहीं किसने इन्वेंट किया था, and that was such a pathetic instrument.
Mind you, it was just South Africa, not the rest of Africa.
It is also Africa,
but it is not the rest of Africa.
I understand that, but vuvuzela was a disaster. That's what I wanted to say.
भाई यहाँ पे तुम वुवुज़ेला बोल रहे हो, यहाँ पे गाना ने इक्वाडोर के लेकर रखी है. तसल्ली से ले रहे हो. गाना सेनेगल ने इक्वाडोर के ले रखी है. अच्छा, बट गोल तो अभी नहीं हुआ ना कोई भी. ना 0-0 है. वो चांस पे चांस क्रिएट कर रहे हैं. They've not been able. They've just been knocking on the door. And इक्वाडोर का जो गोल, इक्वाडोर के गोलकीपर जो है वो बस सेव करे जा रहे हैं. He's just been doing that. And Netherlands, they were initially in the 4th gear, and post the goal they have turned into a 3rd gear and they are just passing along. Typical King Louis team. Poor Qatar coach who is just standing on the touchline and trying to urge that his team on, but to no avail. And I have to ask you this question. So, काइसेडो को बड़ी इंजरी हुई है, बहुत गंदी वाली एंकल पे. काइसेडो? अच्छा, काइसेडो अपना ब्राइटन वाला. हाँ, काइसेडो. अच्छा. I have a question. So, we always talk about that the qualification matters, but it doesn't matter in the World Cup. But tell me one thing: when a team has become an Asia champion, okay, when a team has got an invitation to play CONCACAF Gold Cup and they have reached the semifinals over there, when the team got an invitation for the first time ever for a non South American side to participate in the Copa America and do well also over there as well, how can it go so wrong in the space of 3 games? Is it home like jiffies or jitters playing in the home, or what could be the reason? Because see,
I'm not saying that this team was a poor team. Obviously, they are Asian champions. They might have gone on and maybe beaten the likes of Japan or South Korea or Australia
हाँ
through the course where they won the Asian title. My
हाँ
question is, how can it go so wrong that I don't regard this to be a very difficult group. It was said by this Qatar people that I think they were just playing it down that this is a very tough group. I don't see that this was a as tough group as maybe like Saudi Arabia's or maybe like Japan's or even like South Korea's, where you have two heavyweights in the group. But still they have literally collapsed. Why do you think so that has happened?
यार देख उसमें ना बहुत सारी चीजें बहुत फैक्टर आ जाते हैं मे बी अंडरस्टैंड वन थिंग व्हेन दे वेंट to be invited in CONCACAF or for that matter जब ये एशियन चैंपियंस बने एएफसी के लिए there are a lot of factors which I believe we have to look at. Number one was that how was the team performing under in a set formation or under the whole home scenario. ये अभी भी home scenario है लेकिन it is the biggest stage of all. अगर हम भी अगर किसी प्लेयर के जगह पे होते या 20 साल के होते या 25 साल के होते और हम फुटबॉल खेल रहे होते पहले गेम दूसरे गेम में बाय गॉड पक्का एटलीस्ट फॉर द फर्स्ट कपल ऑफ गेम्स द डे वी आर सपोज टू प्ले और तुम्हें पता कि तुम लाइनअप में हो भाई उल्टी ना खत्म हो रही होती तो मेरे हिसाब से कतर इज हैविंग दोस दैट बिग स्टेज फ्राइट मे बी नंबर 2 ये भी हो सकता है कि द टीम्स दे हैव प्लेड in the AFC or the invitationals and everything the opponent team may not have been up to the par so there cannot be a single factor in it ये इसके अंदर ये चीज गलत हो जाएगी अगर हम ये बोले कि एक सिंगल फैक्टर होगा सिंगल फैक्टर नहीं होगा इसके अंदर मल्टीपल फैक्टर होंगे
so do you think अगर instead of because this was hyped and this was sold as a tournament for the Arabs and the tournament for the Middle East for the first time.
I doubt.
Do you think it would have been better not just for Qatar but I think the whole of the region to have had this kind of a tournament in multiple countries like in Qatar, in Saudi, in Kuwait, and all the other Middle Eastern countries? Do you think that would have helped? That would have helped.
Yeah.
So I think this is a food for thought for FIFA because when they are doing because the next
अगर आप ये देखो आपके पास कौन है बहरीन है very open Qatar right. Bahrain you got Saudi Arabia then you got Dubai किसमें आता है Saudi Arabia में आता है UAE ले लो
sorry and, for that goof up for our viewers ये बहुत बड़ा goof up था Saudi Arabia UAE Saudi Arabia में नहीं है
UAE Saudi Arabia and then you got who else is there मिडिल ईस्टर्न रीजन में जो भी जितने ओमान कुवैत जॉर्डन पूरा मिडिल ईस्ट अगर ये मिलके करता ना होस्ट ठीक है सिर्फ 52 गेम्स हैं 52 गेम्स 56 गेम्स द नंबर ऑफ गेम्स व्हिच आर देयर
बट मिडिल ईस्ट इतना बड़ा नहीं है यूरोप से छोटा ही है यूरोप में
एग्जैक्टली यार अबे अगर पूरा यूरो पूरा था उसका पोलैंड का आई बिलीव इट वाज पोलैंड था ना इस बार लास्ट टाइम वर्ल्ड कप वाज बिटवीन Who was supposed to host it? Poland was supposed to host it, isn't it?
Euro was in entire Europe.
हाँ, it was in entire Europe. It was supposed to be hosted in entire Europe. अकेला इंग्लैंड होस्ट करने लग गया था एंड में आते
नहीं बट यूरोप ने किया पूरा होस्ट इंग्लैंड ने तो फाइनल
इंग्लैंड के पास सेमीफाइनल फाइनल थे इंग्लैंड के सारे गेम इंग्लैंड में हुए हैं पोलैंड के गेम सारे पोलैंड में हुए बाकी सारी टीमों के गेम्स हर किसी के देश में नहीं हुए somebody has traveled to somebody
वो because of COVID now.
Because of COVID now. अगर COVID नहीं होता, this would have the Euros. It would have been more tiring for the Euros. अगर तुम देख.
I think इतना तो travel बनता है. I think Senegal has scored a penalty and.
Yeah. तो मैं जब तक तुमसे बात कर रहा मैं जब तक मैं तेरे से बोलता ना तो उतनी देर में तो मेरे से सवाल पूछ रहा था. मैं देख ही रहा था.
You should be telling ना. I just looked at now.
हाँ ना.
Who scored?
मैं. Who scored? I think it is Igwai who scored. Idris. वो उसने बहुत गंदा टैकल करा ना उसके अंदर, इन
It's
द
Ismail
पेनल्टी
Sarr.
बॉक्स.
It's
इट्स
Ismail
सार ना,
Sarr.
सार है क्या? हाँ. ये गोलकीपर वो स्टैंडिंग, भाई खड़ा खड़ा गोलकीपर कुछ ना कर सका. On that note, Ismail Sarr takes right now with 44 minutes, 44, 45 minutes on the cusp of half time.
Mhm.
Senegal is qualifying for the World Cup for the round of 16 if the scoreline remains the same.
Now Ecuador has to come out from the shell.
No, they have not been in the shell. I'll not say Ismail Assar is. I think that this is his 11th goal for Senegal and the first in this World Cup. I'll not say Senegal, Ecuador has been there in their own shell. No, they have not. They've been attacking back to back. They've been doing counter attacks, but unfortunately, it has not been fruitful. It has been a Senegal game from the get go, but now Ecuador has to respond if they want to stay in this tournament.
Absolutely.
And there is 6 minutes of added time
And the
for
current situation is Netherlands on top with 7 points with a goal difference of 3.
yeah.
Senegal at number second at 6 points with a goal difference of +1. And third is right now Ecuador with 4 points.
4 points. One minute, even after 1 minute, and I think so. Senegal is keeping their shape. That's what even for Ecuador. This is
So
something.
let's try and bifurcate. We are almost touching halftime.
Yeah.
Let's try and bifurcate this tournament with the best teams in every region. So for you, which has been the best African team so far in the World Cup? We have had the likes of Senegal, we have had the likes of Cameroon, we have had the likes of which one? Ghana. Which has been your
on the basis of just the I still feel to like I have a huge likability towards Senegal.
Mhm.
I've got a huge likability because I like the way they play, and plus they enjoy the game. They
Right.
don't. They don't. They don't. They do. They do take their game very seriously. But
And it's half time for Netherlands versus Qatar.
इधर अभी 2.5 मिनट हुए.
Cody Gakpo, the scorer.
हाँ. What so मेरे लिए Senegal इसलिए है because I've got two things with them. Number one, they enjoy their game, and number two, they enjoy the whole scenario altogether for the football, even on field and off field.
I think that's whole true for all the African teams, right? Because you see Cameroonians, you see Ghanaians, they all celebrate.
Yeah, they celebrate the game. मतलब हमारी तरह नहीं कि भाई और वो जूता चप्पल लेके मार दो सबको, वो नहीं होता.
They celebrate, they dance, they sing.
और ये एक second, hold. So sorry, there's been, I think that there's a fight which is erupting.
Ener Valencia has been tackled.
There's a fight erupting.
Oh, that was a boot at the back of the knee.
Bhai, if the VAR comes in, this should be a big one.
It should be a yellow, maximum.
No, the referee is getting angry. In the air.
Nothing given.
कुछ नहीं दिया?
ना.
ये हद है यार. नहीं. बैक ऑफ द नीज में तो कुछ भी नहीं था, साइड ऑफ द एंकल था यार. लंगड़ी टांग खेल रहे थे, फंस गई टांग तो फंस गई.
See the Senegal fans right now.
हाँ मैं देख रहा हूँ. मेरा कहना वही है. So while we were talking about the other stuff, the whole scenario as such is very, very straightforward. If for me,
So,
Senegal
is the
wonderful team.
best African team so far for you.
Yeah.
Let's talk about best Asian team. I think that's
Japan, no brainer.
Japan or Saudi Arabia?
No, so Saudi Arabia comes in the
It's
Middle
coming.
Eastern region.
No. I'm talking about Saudi Arabia. I'm talking about Asia, including Middle East, everything.
Are you Asia including everything? Then Saudi Arabia. Number 2 is Japan.
Okay. Let's talk from the perspective of Europe's now. So, which has been the best European
Spain.
team? Okay. And what about Latin America?
Brazil.
And what about North America? Any ideas there? In the Americas region, we talk about Canada,
उसमें है ही तो
Mexico,
तीन ही टीम है भाई,
Canada,
कोई भी उठा लो.
Mexico,
USA is the
US,
better.
Costa Rica.
USA is better.
And which has been the below par in all these regions? Let's start from there.
I believe for below par for Africa is going to be. I have expectations from Cameroon. I had expectations from Cameroon to do well in Africa.
Mhm.
They didn't do well. Number 2 in the Asia region, South Korea.
Mhm.
They do very well. They have their own leagues and stuff. They're playing in the Premier League. They're doing very well in the FIFA rankings as well.
Mhm.
एक बंदे के ऊपर नहीं डिपेंड करना चाहिए ना.
True.
मेरा कहना वो है. And that is half time for Ecuador versus Senegal 1-0.
What about Europe?
The letdown. Yeah,
I think Belgium.
बहुत बड़ा. वर्ल्ड नंबर 2 है भाई.
I think हमें भी पता है नाम की नंबर 2 है वो. कोई इतने कुछ अच्छी टीम है नहीं.
अगर उनके पास मौका था वो पिछले साल था. पिछले रशिया में था.
True.
रशिया वाला वर्ल्ड कप था जो बेल्जियम का था. Where they fluffed up their legs.
And I would like to comment one statement on that. The reason they had the best chance in the 2018 Russia World Cup was because of that golden generation, which had an icing on the cake. And I won't say icing on the cake, I would say icing on the tree, because they had Marwan Fellaini in the midfield. So mark my words, that was their prime opportunity.
Bullshit.
And that's why they reached
Number
the
one.
semi-finals and they finished
Number
third.
1, bullshit.
It's not
Stop
bullshit.
Stop bloody parading Manchester United players. Stop fucking parading. Stop fucking parading. Stop parading Manchester United players. ठीक है? I know you got your heart set on it. You're wearing a fucking Red Devil shirt, but then stop bloody parading players like that. At least थोड़ी तो इज्जत रख ले यार.
Marwan Fellaini, you live in our hearts.
Balls, right? Not for the Manchester, only for him, not for the rest of Manchester United fans. I'm telling you that.
I'm also joking right now. It doesn't have any space in my heart.
देख लिया, आ गया ना लाइन के ऊपर ये. See, coming
but
from.
You have to give it to him. You have to give it to him. We don't have a Cristiano Ronaldo. He has not finished third in the World Cup. Marwan Fellaini has.
उसने यूरो जीता है, क्रिस्टियानो ने जीता है. 700 गोल करे नहीं करे तो फिर
पेड़ बन सकता है रोनाल्डो.
हैं?
पेड़ बन सकता है रोनाल्डो.
को जरूरत ही नहीं है. वो लीन पेड़ है.
वो लीन पेड़ है. वो हमारे पास चलता फिरता पेड़ है.
तो फिर वो झाड़ियां उगा लो. मतलब फिर तो कुछ भी हो सकता है ना. नहीं, on the contrary, we have the jokes apart. Belgium has been a disappointment. Yes, I have not been. Belgium and England have been disappointed.
I don't regard England as a disappointment because I don't even give them a chance every time. So they are not a disappointment for me. Okay. If I talk about South Americans, I think it's a Uruguay for me.
Oh, it's a Uruguay for you?
Yeah, slightly. I expected, because they have a must-win now against Ghana. I expected them to have something on the board. At least I expected them to beat South Korea and do well against Portugal, which they were unable to. And I think Uruguay is the underrated team for me. For Latin
America. Uruguay was. It's not an underrated. I think that they played below
not
par.
Underperforming. Underrated. No.
They had their chance. I think so. In that group, Uruguay had a full-fledged chance.
They still have.
They still have, even though it's an outside chance, yeah, right? only
No, they
last
can
game.
if they beat Ghana. I think they are through.
और तेरे को लगता है घाना पुश ओवर होगी?
नहीं, पुश ओवर तो नहीं होगी,
फिर
नो डाउट अबाउट इट.
जब कोई चीज पुश ओवर है ही नहीं तो फिर हमें उसके अंदर फिर वो हमें पता ही है कि क्या बवाल
So
कर
here
सकता है
are the
उसके अंदर.
stats for Netherlands versus Qatar right now. We have
हाँ.
had 178 passes for Qatar compared to 412 for Netherlands.
अच्छा.
And it's completely one-sided. Completely one-sided. The stat itself is so one-sided right now. Pass completion rate for Qatar is 80% and for Netherlands is 98% right now.
98.
Exactly.
ओए होए.
It's been, I think, Mr. Louis van Gaal, King Louis van Gaal is showcasing a total football to the Qatari team right now.
Absolutely. And as of now, as it stands, Netherlands is on 7 points, Senegal on 6, Ecuador on 4, and Qatar on 0. As it stands.
Netherlands are top of the group.
Main game Ecuador Senegal का है. So वो चीज तो हो रही. But I think so a disappointment in the Americas is going to be Mexico if they don't qualify.
Mexico have a tough chance. They play Saudi.
मैं बोल रहा हूँ अगर मेक्सिको क्वालिफाई कर गया तो they can do well. But अगर जो सी टीम नहीं करेगी क्वालिफाई, I think so that will become even more bigger disappointment.
True.
So that is that. मेरे लिए वो है बहुत important कि because Mexico has always been regarded as a underdog nation. US was never there. US तो अब आया है recently. So on that thing, I believe that even if USA given a chance, fine, they're hosting the next World Cup. There is going to be a lot of chopping and changing, and for the US because even though they run the MLS, the stadiums are pretty good. I like the stadiums in the MLS. There's going to be a lot of investment happening in the US now.
See, I think it's going to be like completely different from what we have just seen in Qatar. Number one, obviously the infrastructure over here in Qatar, the way they have built it, obviously is top notch. Obviously, money looks like it has been spent a lot, which we all knew it would be.
They spent about how much?
220 billion. And but the thing is that traditionally you don't talk of Qatar and football in the same breath, right? But at least with the US, they have already hosted it in '94. Yes. It was a very well organized World Cup, although it had a sad moment with that Colombian own goal and then unfortunate killing of the Colombian player. But overall, I think US and Mexico and all these different nations, they're very well equipped to actually host such a tournament, and then we'll be seeing I'm not saying the fans haven't turned up to Qatar, but then you have a lot of these so-called issues around their accommodation and their what beliefs they follow and what respect they need to show.
Obviously. Yeah, that is there. That is always been there. I believe that issue has been there, and I think that is going to remain there if especially in the Middle Eastern region. A lot. I think that Dubai doesn't have so much of an issue because they become too commercial. Other than that, that's a big question mark in the Middle Eastern region. And plus, when you're hosting a World Cup, you have to be open to certain things. And when this was happening, you and I obviously discussed about this thing. That how will the world react to no alcohol? in Qatar? That was a big question, and we are looking at it. We are looking
And
at
you'll also see fans in a different light in US.
yeah, exactly.
It'll be
अब
summer,
उस
it'll be classic US summer. You'll be seeing
yeah, you'll be seeing beer flowing. You'll be seeing everything is going to be there, man. Very honestly speaking.
unadulterated stuff.
Yeah, exactly. That is going to be there. मेरे हिसाब से that is a very very important point. So अब Netherlands is leading, Senegal is leading. ग्रुप ए के पहले दो कंटेंडर्स, पहले दो क्वालिफायर, पहले दो ग्रुप ए के पहले दो. तो क्या ग्रुप ए में कोई और चेंज होगा? क्या लगता है, इक्वाडोर ऊपर आएगी? ये वाला
मुश्किल लग रहा है मुझे.
मुश्किल लग रहा है.
I have a strong feeling मुश्किल लग रहा है मुझे. And the reason, the specific and the main reason behind it is because I think with the advantage now, I think Senegal can do a good game management now. I feel.
भाई लैप्स ऑफ डिफेंस तो कभी भी आ सकता है.
आ सकता है, but I still feel I think they wanted to reach the halftime without conceding and with the goal up, and I think they've got it. So I think it should not be a, but yeah, it will be quite enticing because Ecuador will throw everything at them, and vice versa as well if it goes the other way. So
right,
let's see what happens.
See, right now it is going to be kitchen sink time for Ecuador.
Yeah,
it is going to be a kitchen sink time. They have to throw every damn thing which is available for them.
absolutely.
अगर उन्होंने वो नहीं करा तो उनके लिए प्रॉब्लम है.
Absolutely.
वो चीज बहुत बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. द गेम्स आर अबाउट टू स्टार्ट, आई बिलीव. लेट्स सी. वेरी वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. अच्छा मेरे को तू बता यार, व्हाट डू यू थिंक? अच्छा चलो ग्रुप ए की तो बात चली रही है हमारे पास. जो ये 3 टीम्स क्वालिफाई करी है, पहले 3 टीम जो क्वालिफाई करी है, उसमें से तेरे को क्या लगता है कौन कहां तक जाएगा? फ्रांस, ब्राजील एंड पोर्चुगल.
I think if I talk about Brazil and Portugal first, I think Brazil have all the tools to go all the way. I feel they have the nice balance. They have nicely gel team. Although yes, Swiss did give them some problems with not allowing them to score, and they required that brilliant strike from Casemiro. But I still feel that Brazil has all the tools to go all the way. For Portugal,
right.
I still feel Portugal did play pretty well yesterday against Uruguay, but I still feel that there is a bit of a vulnerability factor with their defense.
Right.
I still feel it's not a very strong defense, and maybe can be penetrated by good teams. And also, I feel that they have a bit of a problem to set up attacks quickly. I have seen them. They take a lot of time in the transitioning of the ball from the defense to the midfield and to the forward line as well. So I feel that could be a problem because if they fail, then they go for long balls, So I feel that could be a problem against big sides if you're not quick enough.
For
So I
Portugal.
feel for Portugal. So I feel for
Right.
Portugal, the maximum I can give them or a maximum run could be till the semis. Not more than that. I don't regard them post that because I still feel the other teams they would be quite strong for them. The ones that
I thought we were seeing a Messi Ronaldo final, yeah.
I doubt that's going to happen because I also have a feeling that even Argentina might not play the final. And I think if
Final कौन खेल रहा है?
we have to look at the combinations again. I have to check this and let you know, but because we need to also talk about the permutations, how and which teams are going to face which teams when they are finishing on top.
After the round of 16 is decided.
I'll take up that. I'm just going to tell you and the viewers what lies next.
Right, because we do know that today we'll have Group A's too. We have 3 teams already gone, so that's 5 slots gone.
Right.
Now the remaining 11 are going to be decided in the coming days.
Absolutely.
So अभी के लिए अगर as it stands अगर ये ऐसे ही रहता है तो Netherlands and Senegal qualify. You got Portugal, you got France, and you got who else is that? Portugal, France, and these guys. Who is qualified?
France के लिए France, I'm telling you, France as a team, they have impressed me a lot because the way they have been winning games. And it's goal number 2 for Netherlands, and it's Frankie de Jong.
अरे पैसा बढ़ गया.
Frankie de Jong, who scores from an assist from Memphis Depay, which was initially called by some sections of the Manchester United fans as Memphis Messi. Qatar looking at a very, very disappointing home loss for the 3rd consecutive game in their own hosted World Cup.
And in their own hosted Cup. I think Qatar is going to be the first team to be out in the group.
Yes.
In such a manner.
They have created all the first records.
है ना?
Yeah.
When the पहला team to host lose the first game, पहली team to not win a game in the World Cup, पहली team to not win a game as the host nation.
A lot of firsts for Qatar.
ओहो. यहाँ पे सेनेगल और इक्वाडोर में ज्यादा कुछ चेंज नहीं हो रहा है. 46 minutes हो गए हैं. It's just 1-0. Very straightforward game. Senegal has come out with I believe to be what is going to be a defensive mindset. But then Ecuador is coming out with all cylinders firing. They've got a free kick. Edouard Mendy is slightly away from his lines, which is quite strange. He's more or less at the 18-yard spot. So this can become a big opportunity for Ecuador if Edouard Mendy doesn't fish back. Ooh, good save by Senegal. Senegal trying to clear their lines. लेकिन इस टाइम पे Ecuador का back to back pressure ही आ रहा है बस. That is what they're doing.
Ecuador needs to show that, right? Because their World Cup.
उनके पास intent ही वही है और कोई option नहीं है उनके पास.
Absolutely.
उनका option नहीं है.
And you expect that from them, right? Obviously, you need to expect that from the side who wants to play in the knockout stages.
Absolutely.
Not like Qatar, who is going out with a whimper right now.
Bilkul. I agree 200%.
I'm very disappointed with Qatar, to be honest. I feel that I think already there was a blot mark with their hosting, and now they've actually proven the doubters right that it was a real shambolic decision to host this World Cup in Qatar because lack of I would say quality of a team plus this kind of an abysmal finishing. I think it's quite bad.
Do you think the Emirates would have done a better job, or the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, even though they're more stringent in rules? Do you think they would have done a better job?
I think so. Because see, there's something called pedigree in the sport, right?
Right.
Qatar, as a footballing nation, they sprang up in the early 2000s when they
Yeah.
brought that Aspire Academy and all. But
Yeah.
Saudi, etc., all these Iran, Saudi, all these nations were playing football even prior to that,
Correct.
right? So, and then you see how Saudis have actually taken this World Cup by the scruff of its neck, and they're actually making it. So it feels more like a Saudi hosted World Cup than a Qatar hosted.
Than a
It looks
Qatar
like
hosted
that.
World Cup.
It
That's the
looks like
thing.
that.
I was telling you when I given you a call also, when I was telling you this, that इस बारी वर्ल्ड कप पे वो फील नहीं आ रही है मेरे.
वो इसलिए आ रही है बिकॉज जनरली होम नेशन का जो गेम होता है दैट इज वन ऑफ द मोस्ट लुक फॉरवर्ड टू गेम्स.
स्पाइस्ड अप गेम होता है यार. पिछले साल हमें याद है रशिया का पहला गेम. यार गेम था वो.
एग्जैक्टली.
तो अगर ऐसा ही कुछ है then why create or why take up a sport which is not that great for you? Apart from the money matters, you spend more than what you're going to be getting out of this world. टूरिज्म आपके पास घंटा नहीं है. आपके पास टूरिज्म है नहीं. आपके पास गर्मियों में कोई आ नहीं सकता. आपके पास वीजा के नॉर्म्स इतने स्ट्रिक्ट है कि कुछ फायदा नहीं है. आपके पास you are more of a you are an oil nation, so you don't have any. What are you going to do building these stadiums? धूल में 4 स्टेडियम खड़े करके क्या उखाड़ लिया यार.
एग्जैक्टली.
ना आपके major monuments, you got good infrastructure, you got those structures which are there, you got the roads, you got everything. आपके पास शीशे की बिल्डिंग्स हैं. आपके पास 100-200 फुट की आपके पास इमारतें हैं. लेकिन what are they if you don't allow people to come in, if you don't allow that? Fine, you don't want the Western culture to come in, don't let that Western culture to come in, but then you lightly थोड़ा तो आप उसको थोड़ा सा निगेट करो ना यार. किस तरीके से कर सकते?
It's not even about the Western culture. I think they had a good enough time of 12 years to prepare their team for this World Cup.
Not just the team, yaar, as a country, for Qatar to establish themselves.
I think all credit is, all fault is of FIFA over here. So
yes, FIFA to a certain extent is at fault, but then the government who's hosting, अगर यही चीज इंडिया में होस्ट हो रही होती, तेरे को क्या लगता है कितने लोग जाते हैं?
I think
majority of the stadiums, अगर आप ये देख लो, I'll tell you where all you can vote. Where all you can vote. Balewadi, Pune, you got Kerala Blasters, जो केरला का स्टेडियम है. चेन्नई का स्टेडियम ले लो.
I am talking about you build a stadium in the island.
वो मैं बोल रहा सॉल्ट लेक में जहाँ पे ईस्ट बंगाल वर्सेस मोहन बगान होता है. 1 लाख 1 लाख का है शायद उसका. 1 लाख की कैपेसिटी है. वो 1 लाख की कैपेसिटी यूं जाती.
आई एम टेलिंग यू, अगर इंडिया में हो रहा होता तो चाहे कोई भी मैच होता, वो ऐसा क्राउड आता ना भर भर के.
एग्जैक्टली. अरे इतना क्राउड आता कि यू डोंट इवन नो how, मतलब these guys to travel on the road would have become already mad house.
Exactly.
We know how a city and the country prepared for the Commonwealth Games, which was just happening in one part of the country, just in the capital level.
Exactly.
How the whole country prepared for it. How everybody was looking forward to it. Now you understand one thing: if you're hosting a nation in across the country, बस आपको तो आप तो भूल ही जाओ फिर.
It would have been a carnival event.
Carnival event for a month and a half.
Exactly.
Office going people will not go to office. Office going people will not be going to the office. They will be just sitting over there, sitting in the house and watching the game. And that is what is going to be happening if and an appeal to AIFF, if they bid for the next World Cup or whenever the World Cup bids happen for I don't know how many years later, if we are alive and our grandkids are there, whenever, so all of that. If that happens, boss, this country is going to be lit up as it is during a festive season of a Diwali, Dussehra, or a Holi for that matter. It is going to be lit
I'm
up.
telling you that would have happened. That would have happened, and that can happen easily in a country like India. It's just that you need a infrastructure to host such a
That's what I
tournament.
said. It's just the infra which is to be improved. If
And
India
trust me,
improves the infra for football, but there is no looking back. This country is going to go places, and it is going places, not just in terms of politically, economically, as well as population-wise. But at the end of the day, it is very, very important.
and as we speak, I just got a tweet saying that in the Netherlands versus Qatar game,
Yeah.
two of the future Manchester United players scored.
So
What,
we are
what's the
expecting a
truth?
reunion.
What's the truth in that?
I don't have any news right now. You have to tell me. How much is the truth?
Gakpo, if it is reaching 105, I think so. It's beyond any club right now.
No, I
For the
think Gakpo's deal is already sold for about 50.
his price has increased.
Right. No, I don't think so.
Whatever clauses would be in place, they would be based out of what howsoever he performs in the World Cup. Correspondingly, the price might increase or decrease.
हाँ तो मतलब गोल्डन बूट भी आ जाएगा, वर्ल्ड कप विनर भी आ जाएगा,
अगर
ओलंपिक मेडल भी डाल दो उसके अंदर.
अगर गोल्डन बूट भी आ जाएगा, वर्ल्ड कप विनर मेडल भी आ जाएगा, तो ये बापे से ज्यादा कॉस्टली हो जाएगा इस टाइम पे. He's doing everything. He does the scoring. He's there in the defending. सब कुछ तो कर रहा है वो.
That's what I'm saying. मतलब ऐसा प्लेयर किसी को भी मिल जाए ना भाई, वो मैनेजर खुश हो जाए.
और यहाँ पे विंग्स पे बोल रहे होते हैं सैंचो और रैशफोर्ड को, तुम ट्रैक बैक नहीं कर, तुम ट्रैक बैक.
ये बंदा अकेला फ्रंट पे खेल रहा है, फॉरवर्ड में खेल रहा है, एसटी है. एंड वो बंदा मैं तो ट्रैक बैक भी कर रहा है, वो डिफेंसिव पोजीशन पे भी खेल रहा है. 10 मिनट दो मिनट बाद देखो बॉल पीछे गई तो वो एसटी में वो वहां पे खड़ा हुआ है, होल्डिंग मिडफील्डर की जगह पे.
सोचो, सच टैलेंट.
सच टैलेंट. अबे सच टैलेंट का मतलब थोड़ी होता है, मतलब वो बेचारा घोड़ा बन गया वो, और यहाँ घोड़े चने मैं खा रहा हूँ.
कोई नहीं, घोड़े के चने खाओ तुम.
So coming on to what this World Cup can do for India, any World Cup for that matter. Under 17, I believe under 17 was a lukewarm for the women, but the boys, they did very well. Overall, the infrastructure has to be improved. There is no doubt about it. I feel that if the infrastructure is improved, there is a lot of possibilities.
Yes, absolutely.
अगर वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर इंप्रूव कर लेना, then there is no looking back only. मेरे हिसाब से. What do you think?
I completely agree to your point. It's just that they need to build the infrastructure. That's it.
Exactly. अगर वो इंफ्रास्ट्रक्चर बिल्ड कर लेना, then it is a different thing altogether.
They need not worry about then the so-called getting money out of the host nation. They'll get plethora of money.
Exactly. And India जैसे nation ना यार, people are going to go mad for it. They're going to go mad for it.
Exactly.
I believe so. Because लोग शायद क्लब फुटबॉल उतना ना फॉलो करें, बट नेशनल टीम तो सबको पता है यार. नेशनल टीम के प्लेयर तो सबको पता है. अच्छा, नेशनल टीम के प्लेयर भी ना पता हो, ये पता है अर्जेंटीना, मेक्सिको, पोर्चुगल, ये सारे प्लेयर्स आ रहे हैं आपकी कंट्री में खेलने आ रहे हैं. इट इज गोइंग टू बी अ डिफरेंट ब्रीड ऑलटुगेदर.
Exactly.
So that is something to be looked at, right? और कुछ नहीं है.
I would actually want India to qualify first and then host a tournament. I don't want a repeat of Qatar with us.
No, but I feel that might not happen. With India, that repeat of Qatar might not happen. India would be able to score goals at least.
Qatar scored one. And
India
that
will
was
at least India will be able to at least get a draw, man. We are not that pathetic.
at least when we are hosting.
No, I mean if we are hosting, I believe that I can say this much. If we are hosting, the Indian team can do this much that they might create a shockwave in the whole country.
So if you put India right now, India playing against Netherlands, Ecuador, and Senegal,
Uh,
which team do you think India can cause a upset or maybe get a favorable result
Ecuador.
and then lose to Netherlands and Senegal?
Maybe draw against Senegal and lose to Netherlands.
I would love to see India do a upset to Netherlands. That would be a crazy night.
हाँ होते तो फिर हम ही नहीं सोएंगे ना यार क्रेजी क्रेजी नाइट तो दूसरी चीज है हम ही नहीं सोएंगे तो दुनिया क्या सोएगी
You would see a lot of disappointed Dutch fans, Orange fans, and then some Indian fans.
they'll drink into that then they'll be fine with it I feel so
Or
they have
maybe
been they've had plenty of disappointments in life this ain't going to be a big one
exactly. But then you might have some Indian fans, someone
I'll tell you one thing. At the end of the day, the Indian culture is such that it is always so likable. At the end, by the end of the tournament, you might see half the bloody country, half the world is converted into an Indian become Indian, wearing the Indian attire.
You will see the guy is wearing kurta pajamas. You will see girls
Lungis,
sari,
kurta pajama,
sari.
veshti. You'll have a lot of things happening in that sector if you have
I,
that kind of a thing.
as you know, I'm a visual thinker. I just visually thought that these orange fans draped in saris and guys they're wearing these kurta pajama and stuff.
Oh, I believe Qatar has a substitution in the 64th minute.
Qatar, yes, but Qatar is now
डबल है
they've lost all hope.
हाँ वो तो हो ही गया अब तो ये मौज मारने के लिए अब खेल रहे हैं
Last 35 minutes of their World Cup campaign, which is hosted in their backyard.
हाँ
The most awful performance by a host nation.
कुछ नहीं कर सकते यार जो जैसा है वो वैसा है यार
The
इधर ऑफसाइड
strange
सेनेगल
aspect over here is the
बस
strange
इक्वाडोर को होल्ड करके रखा हुआ है इक्वाडोर को ऐसे होल्ड करके रखा हुआ ना सेनेगल ने चाबी पकड़ी हुई है उनकी
the strange aspect over here is that I have not even seen that intensity in Qatar's play in these three games. The type of intensity we saw from Saudi Arabia or we saw from Japan.
नहीं yeah see understand when you got a team which has just been assembled about 3 months before the World Cup what do you expect
Play for the nation, man.
they don't none of them
Because they are not nationals also of the same nation.
exactly I believe Kalasan is substituted. Steven Burgess is coming.
Along with Depay.
Depay is also.
Berghaus comes.
Even Ecuador is having a change coming in. Sorry, Senegal is having Ecuador is having a change coming in. The free kick, a big one for Senegal. सेव है भाई इक्वाडोर का बचा रहे हैं अपनी इज्जत अभी तो लेकिन ये गेम होता है ना 1-0 वाला यू डोंट नो व्हिच वे इट माइट स्वे
वही है अगर इक्वाडोर ने मार दिया अभी तो इट विल बी लाइक इंटरेस्टिंग
हाँ आखिर के 20 मिनट ना ऐसे बेहतरीन हो जाएंगे
एग्जैक्टली
मतलब देयर इज गोइंग टू बी नो लुकिंग बैक even the refereeing decisions have been pretty decent in this game overall in the World Cup what do you think
it has been decent
I have not seen any controversial decision happening and there comes I believe the substitution for Ecuador where Estrada has been substituted and Reargao has come in. Reargo. Sorry. Reargo has
So
come in.
as I was promising you,
Ah,
and here comes goal number 3. Netherlands score. Netherlands score.
assist किसका है? गोल बता पहले.
Berghaus has assisted.
ये मत बोलियो
And
फ्रैंक की है.
let me just confirm it's assist from Berghaus, I believe. Yes, it is. They are the players, the Qatar players are asking for a foul. Not sure that will be given.
हाँ.
It's a close one.
हाँ.
They're shouting for an handball against Gakpo, which I don't think so. That should not be regarded as a handball, but VAR is checking the goal.
हाँ.
I feel that that's a reflex action. You can't stop the ball hitting your arm like that. So I don't think
भाई
so.
is it in the natural position or not? पहले वो बताओ.
No, it's not in the natural position. It
हाँ, तो
might
it is going to be handball.
think so. But he's just trying to stop it.
No, it's a handball. Period. Is it in the natural position? No. Then it's a handball. Period. सवाल जवाब वही हो गया ना भाई.
I think it will be ruled out.
It would be. उनका एंगल सिंपल है.
And the referee comes back and disallows the goal and says it's a handball.
Handball. Free kick.
Okay. Now, I was talking about a stat which I had promised the viewers and to you as well, that I might be coming up with a stat that who is going to be the probable teams who will be facing each other in the round of 16. Right? Now, one thing is for sure, that Netherlands is going to top the group.
Yes.
Right? We are sure about that.
Correct.
So let's not talk about right now the runners-up of Group A, but as per the rules of this World Cup, the Group A winner is going to play the Group B's runners-up in the round of 16. And right now, England is on top. And right now, if I talk about the standings of Group B, England is on top with 4 points. Iran is at second with 3. US is at third, 2 points, and Wales at 1.
तो Wales को तो हटा ही दो ना.
Let me again sort out. I have again ran into a technical problem.
मैं तो बोल रहा हूँ Wales को हटा देते हैं.
Not a Wales problem. I have ran into a streaming problem of my system.
Wales problem.
Just give me a
Wales problem. On that, till the time Sensor अपना टीवी सॉर्ट आउट करता है और अपनी स्ट्रीमिंग सॉर्ट आउट करता है. Ecuador scores. Ecuador scores. Oh भाई. Ecuador scores. 67 minutes. The game is on. The game is on. जो जितना हमारा लो मूवमेंट चल रहा था, Ecuador has scored. The tides have changed in the group. The tides have changed in Group A again. The tides have changed again. Now, I believe it is Netherlands and Ecuador who qualify, and Senegal is out as we stand at the 68th minute. क्या ये change हो सकता है? Can Senegal bounce back? Can Ecuador hold on? Now everything is to watch for in the next 20 minutes. जो भी नेदरलैंड वर्सेस कतार देख रहे हो भाई छोड़ दो. अब नेदरलैंड वर्सेस कतार में कुछ नहीं बचा. गेम है ये गेम देखना है. वॉच दिस गेम. इस गेम के अंदर इवन दो दैट गेम इज इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट, वर्ल्ड कप का गेम है यार, छोड़ नहीं सकते ऐसे. मेरा कहना ये है कि दिस गेम इज गोइंग टू गो डाउन टू द वायर. कहो एक रेड कार्ड या एक एक्स्ट्रा येलो कार्ड मिल गया, गेम कहीं का कहीं टर्न हो जाए एंड आपको ये नहीं पता लगेगा कि आप किस साइड पे बैठे हो. Are you right now? Me as a viewer, I am right at the edge of my seat. मेरे को कुछ नहीं दिख रहा, मेरे को इस टाइम पे अपनी स्क्रीन दिख रही है और उसके ऊपर इक्वाडोर का अटैक दिख रहा है. इक्वाडोर डिफेंड भी कर रही है.
Ecuador has scored. Oh my God.
वही तो बोल रहा था.
So Ecuador is number 2 right now.
हाँ, इक्वाडोर इज नंबर 2 राइट नाउ, नेदरलैंड्स इज नंबर 1. मैं सबको यही बोला था, मैंने नेदरलैंड वर्सेस कतार छोड़ो, अब सीधे सीधे इसके ऊपर आ जाते हैं.
Senegal scores again.
सेनेगल स्कोर्स.
And it's Koulibaly. Koulibaly. It's the Chelsea's greatest of all time defender.
Oh भाई, this is back on. This is back on. Now the tides have again changed.
Now again Senegal is second in the group.
Now Senegal is back to number 2. The captain scores. Senegal is back to number 2. Ecuador is back to number 3. Now can Ecuador come back? Can they make it 2-2? Remaining minutes are 20 plus added time. कम से कम 8 मिनट लेके चलो. 8 मिनट तो है इस गेम में. So that is approximately half an hour is more left. Plus added time. मतलब added time include करके 30 मिनट लेके चलते हैं. क्यों तक? जिस हिसाब की सेलिब्रेशन हो रही है, जिस हिसाब की सारी स्टॉपेजेस हो रही है, 30 मिनट्स तो है ही है इक्वाडोर वाले गेम में. और 15 मिनट I believe is left in the Netherlands game.
Yeah, 20 minutes, both 20 minutes.
20 minutes? I mean, they are 70, 74 minutes, right?
Yeah.
So इधर पे I believe in the last 20 minutes, 20 मैं बोलूंगा सेनेगल और इक्वाडोर में 30 मिनट बोलूंगा, 10 मिनट में ऐड करके चल रहा हूं बिकॉज ऑफ द रेफरीज अपना एडिशनल टाइम देते हैं. 10 मिनट लेके चल रहा हूं. Excuse me. ये 10 मिनट और ये 30 मिनट is going to be firecracker.
True.
मैं यही बोल रहा था सर कि कहीं किसी को एक येलो और एक एक्स्ट्रा ये रेड कार्ड मिल गया, ये
जो कि
गेम
बहुत ज्यादा हाई पॉसिबिलिटी होती है ऐसे में
हो जाएगी. एंड ये वैसा हो जाएगा ना, वो मतलब बहुत गर्म घी में आपने जीरा और हींग का तड़का दे दिया और एकदम से आग बबूला हो गया. इट इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक दैट. टच एंड गो होगा. इट इज गोइंग टू बी लाइक दैट ओनली. सो अब इन द नेक्स्ट 30 odd minutes क्या लगता है सिस्टर, मतलब कितना क्लोज हो सकता है ये गेम और कितना क्लोज जा सकते हैं लोग?
अब मैं not just about
एक head injury. There is a couple of head injuries coming in,
and I'll just quickly rehash the scenario for the fans right now.
हाँ जी.
So as the things stand right now, it's Netherlands and Senegal who are qualifying. It's 72 minutes, 73 minutes almost in the Ecuador-Senegal game.
Yes.
And as the things stand with all the tables, it's going to be a Netherlands versus Iran round of 16. If Iran finishes second in their group.
So it's Iran, USA, isn't it?
It's between Iran and USA. Technically,
or England.
If Wales doesn't qualify, if Wales doesn't beat England. So what I'm trying to say right now is that as per the current standings, Netherlands will play Iran and England is going to play Senegal. And that would be a cracker of a game which I would love to see.
England, Senegal?
Because I would love to get Senegal knocking out the...
Oh, the Senegal dancing. अगर इक्वाडोर एक ड्रॉ नहीं अचीव कर पाया तो किसके ऊपर लानत है? लानत है या should we say Senegal played well?
Lanat nahi, Senegal played definitely well because Ecuador drew with Netherlands, right? It was a
correct.
I think Senegal, if they miss out, which I don't think so, they should be, but if they
Now
miss
they
out, I think
should.
I think if they miss out, I think they will have to blame that last 5 minutes against Netherlands where they lost that game 0-0 it was, and they conceded 2 in the space of 5 minutes.
Right. So
In the Netherlands versus a Qatar game, it has become too pedestrian right now. Qatar is backing off. They don't want a humiliation. They already have been humiliated, but they don't want it further.
वो खड़े के खड़े ही हैं बस वहीं के वहीं.
Exactly. And over here, I see a sense of urgency between Ecuador and
NDA and Sis are out, and Ding and Mendy have come in.
yes. And I would like to also say
हाँ जी.
what 15 minutes left now.
Yeah, approximately, yes. Approximately,
Okay.
yeah, 15 मिनट रह गए हैं बस गेम में.
Okay. So I would like to also say one more thing. So as things stand, I just talked about that who is going to face whom in round of 16, right? Let's talk also about who faces, like, as on the current standing. So Group D has France on the top, and we all know that France is going to stay on the top. Just remember one thing: if in Group C, if Argentina doesn't finish at the top, and they qualify as number 2, it is going to be a France Argentina round of 16. So beware of that. वो तो स्वाद आ जाएगा.
ये सारे अच्छे गेम में 12:30 बजे हैं यार. प्रॉब्लम वो है. ये भी अच्छा गेम है, मैं ये नहीं बोल रहा अच्छा गेम नहीं है, बट ऑल द बिग गेम्स आर लेट एट नाइट.
कोई बात नहीं.
हम तो तब भी स्ट्रीम कर रहे होंगे, बट मैं बाकियों के लिए बोल रहा हूँ.
हाँ मतलब ठीक है. It's a one-off thing.
It's a one-off thing. राउंड ऑफ 16 में तो एक गेम है ना.
एंड एक और चीज हम जो बात कर रहे हैं, मैं अभी सिर्फ शॉर्ट टीम्स की बात कर रहा हूँ जो श्योरली मुझे टॉप ऑफ द ग्रुप दिख रही हैं. फ्रांस तो टॉप करेगी अपना ग्रुप, ठीक है.
एक्वाडोर ने चांस मिस कर दिया. They had a good chance.
और उधर से सेनेगल का बहुत अच्छा चांस था, बट सेनेगल couldn't
capitalize,
and that was not a penalty. Okay, so I was talking about the other fixed teams who are going to remain on the top. So I feel the other team which is going to remain on the top, if at all there is no surprise, is going to be Spain, considering the way they played. So if Spain finishes in top of their group, which is Group E, then they are going to face the runners-up of Group F. And right now, Belgium is in very difficult state there. Croatia is at top, and second is Morocco. So I think Spain is going to face either of Croatia or Morocco if they remain on the top, because I am not counting Belgium, although they can still qualify as the winner or even the runner-up. But if they finish as a runner-up, then Belgium has Spain waiting in the wings in round of 16. So beware.
It might be Croatia, Morocco, and Belgium might face Spain.
Exactly.
That is exciting.
And a very, very interesting thought now. We are assuming that Portugal is going to finish top of their group in H.
Correct.
But they play South Korea. If somehow South Korea spring up a result, and Ghana also spring up a result against Uruguay, and if somehow Portugal finish second, they are facing Brazil in the next round. But only if, so Portugal, it is imperative for them to finish on the top.
Brazil को जो avoid करते हैं वो better है उसके लिए.
Exactly.
This time.
But I think the most realistic clash can be between Argentina and France.
अर्जेंटीना फ्रांस इज अ वेरी गुड क्लैश एंड क्योंकि उसके बाद फिर सेम चीज है ना, इफ यू अवॉइड देम नाउ यू कैन फेस देम इन द नेक्स्ट राउंड, तो मिलना ही मिलना है।
नहीं, नेक्स्ट राउंड का तो चल, वो तो इवेंचुअली तो सबको मिलना ही मिलना है, यू
मिलना
हैव
ही
टू
मिलना
बी
है,
दैट।
एग्जैक्टली।
But I'm saying as long as you can avoid these big sides, you need to try and avoid
You
them.
have to, yes, exactly.
I would love to see a England versus Senegal game, man. I would love to see that.
Yeah, England Senegal is going to be a cracker of a game. Right now, we've got about, I'll still say 22 minutes left. It is only about 12 minutes plus or 11 minutes plus added time left. I'll still say 22 because at least minimum 10 minutes to add होने चाहिए मेरे हिसाब से. I don't know what are the referees thinking. So that is there. We are just entering into the 80th minute. There's 70-30. So yeah, it's a good point which you made that it might be if it is England, Senegal या फ्रांस का बड़ा गेम या स्पेन के अगेंस्ट में अगर किसी को खेलना है, for that matter, do you want to avoid Brazil? Do you want to keep Brazil? आपको नंबर 2 आना चाहिए, नंबर 1 आना चाहिए. अब सारे परम्यूटेशन एंड कॉम्बिनेशन सारी टीम्स आप खेलेंगी कि हमें 1 पे
Exactly.
आए कि हम नंबर 2 पे आए, और यहीं पे आएगा पूरा गेम.
I think it is better if you finish on the top.
It is better you finish on the top. Either way, you might face a big team or you might not face a big team. That's another thing. इक्वाडोर के फैंस टेंशन में आते हुए, सपोर्ट लेकिन कम नहीं हो रहा है उनका. द सपोर्ट इज स्टिल ऑन. We have Wales versus England coming up at 12:30 India time. That is going to be the next day, as well as Iran facing the United States on a major uproar by.
That is going to be a cracker of a game.
I am hoping, fingers crossed, that is going to be a big, major issue, because what the American media did, a disrespect in terms of not showing the proper flag, or it might have been something wrong, is going to it is going to create a lot of problems for the Americans for sure, especially the American football team, US men's football team.
True. I think they were just supporting the unrest in Iran, but let's not talk about it. Let's not go political right now.
Yeah.
Because we need to look at the happy side of the sport.
Yes. And this is what I am watching, happy side of the sport. I am doing the dance move. उससे अच्छी डांस मूव मेरे को दिखी नहीं.
कौन?
मेरे को डांस मूव दिख रही थी ये वाली.
ये सेनेगल वाली जो एक फैन था.
हाँ, मैं भी वही कर रहा था.
हाँ.
Senegal is on the attack. Oh, hold करनी है. I believe now I think the Senegal has so much of experience. Oh, lovely. Ooh, just wide. Senegal had it. आज का गेम देख के मेरे को ये लगा कि Senegal had a much more intent than Ecuador did.
I think it's all about the quality as well. I feel that Ecuador played out of their skin against Netherlands to draw that game.
And I think that they got tired with that.
And I think so that one man show, you can't depend on one man all the time, right?
Ana Valencia, na?
Obviously, Ana Valencia can also have a bad day.
यार अगर वही चीज है ना, अगर तुमने उसको ही बंद कर दिया तो फिर पूरा गेम ही बंद हो गया ना मेरे भाई.
वही तो बात है ना यार. अब
मूवमेंट नहीं हो सकती ना उधर से फिर.
they've depended heavily on him.
वही मतलब मेरे को तो ऐसे जैसे बोल रहा है ना, मेरे को वो इंडिया की टीम याद आती है, हेवीली डिपेंडेंट ऑन सचिन.
वो तो दिन ही ऐसे होते थे, तब सचिन आउट हुआ तो टीवी बंद हो गया.
But here also, if you look at it, there's still about 7 minutes plus added time, about 17. I'm taking 17 into account. 10 minutes तो मिलेंगे minimum. I feel. अगर वही चीज है, then what do we look at?
I think so. It has to be game management now for Senegal.
It has to be Senegal's game management and Ecuador actually has to unleash now. अभी नहीं करा लास्ट के 10 मिनट में अगर इन्होंने दे डोंट गो ऑल आउट ठीक है एक्सपोज हो गए पीछे that is still fine but in the last 10 minutes you have to expose us you have to push you have to make Senegal make those mistakes अगर वो mistakes नहीं करेंगे तो आपको opportunity नहीं मिलेगा
Absolutely, absolutely. और अब चाहे आप 3-1 से हारो या 4-1 से हारो
क्या
हार
की
गए
फर्क पैंता है हार तो रहे हो ना
Exactly.
2-1 हारो 3-1 हारो या 4-1 हारो की फर्क पैंता है यार at least you look at it when you look back at it you look at it because you gave it your all you're not going to be looking at it यार काश में ये कर लेता और काश में वो कर लेता वो आकाश और आकाश के अंदर ही सब कुछ रह जाता है
Exactly.
I wish I would have and I wish I have में बहुत फर्क हो जाता and it should come down for even for the manager or for the players we wish we should have pressed a little more in the last 10 minutes जब आप घूम के देखोगे टाइम तो चला गया ना वो 90 मिनट का जब आपके पास मौका था अगर आपने वो नहीं करा तो फिर फायदा क्या हुआ
Exactly.
And 84 you are entering the 85th minute अभी भी अगर आपके इंटेंट नहीं आप सब्स्टिट्यूशन कर रहे हो 7 going out who's number 17 I just give me a second I'll give you a confirmation who's going out it is Pisadio Angelo Pisadio has gone out and Porozzo has come in so I believe Porozzo is a forward thinking player they've taken out a defender and they're going all out attack now so Ecuador has only one chance that they have to attack. There is no looking back. For them, it is critical and it is critical for their survival of this football World Cup, in this football World Cup, that they have to attack.
Exactly.
कुछ भी नहीं बचा है इस गेम के अंदर एक बहुत अच्छी फ्री किक मिली है नियर द halfway line halfway से थोड़ा सा आगे about 40 yards if I'm not wrong 40 yards के आसपास maybe slightly more but so let's see where does this land Ecuador in or will it land Senegal in hot soup will it 85 minutes 86 minutes in the whistle blows
they're looking sad
and that's a throw in
Ecuadorian fans
लाटा का कोई फर्क नहीं पड़ा आते साथ कोशिश बड़ी कर रहे हैं there is a lot of tension the managers are barking orders fans are tense थोड़ी देर में अगर कुछ नहीं हुआ तो आंसू निकलते दिख सकते हैं Ecuador going forward ball comes in but Senegal are up to the mark to defend they clear their line back to Ecuador but Senegal has the ball and a foul unnecessary foul from the Ecuador players you don't need to do fouls बॉस तुम्हें बॉल चाहिए 3 नंबर फिर फंस गया इसी ने पेनल्टी दी थी और यही येलो कार्ड पे है क्या जरूरत है इतना प्रेशर बनाने की भाई तुम टच करोगे वो गिरेगा
last few chances now for Ecuador to come back somehow
and as we are talking Netherlands has plus 6 minutes अगर 6 मिनट उस गेम में मिल रहे हैं तो इस गेम में तो 10 क्या 12 मिनट भी मिल सकते हैं
और उन 6 मिनटों के अंदर सिर्फ कतर बचा रही है अपनी
इज्जत और कुछ नहीं इज्जत
एग्जैक्टली
बच गया वॉबल बच गया वरना ऑन द रीबाउंड सेनेगल एक और कर देती और ये गेम खत्म था गोलकीपर की मिस्टेक हो सकती थी This is becoming even more exciting, sister. आखिरी के 2 मिनट 3 मिनट इतने एक्साइटिंग हो जाएंगे I didn't know. This is becoming even more exciting by the minute.
Exactly.
And I'm actually eagerly waiting for the added time. Added time में क्या होगा? अरे बॉल आगे करो ना, पीछे से क्या खेल रहे हो?
Mendy has caught the ball and he feels like he needs to just sleep on the ball now.
वो तो नेचुरल है भाई वो पोजीशन. The ball goes forward. इसको बोलते हैं टाइम वेस्टिंग अच्छी तरीके की.
Exactly.
अगर ये टाइम वेस्टिंग ना करे ना तो ज्यादा बेटर होगा. Ecuador goes out. Rozo just been substituted. First header and it goes out, and it is a Senegal throw-in. Waiting for the 90 minutes to finish and see what does the table show in terms of कि number of minutes कितने ऐड होंगे भाई. वो वाला टेबल तो हम सबको पता है. टेबल वो वाला नहीं.
6 minutes.
6 मिनट बस.
Only 6 minutes.
सेनेगल ने बॉल मार कर दी and it becomes a. यार ये तो कम मिनट है भाई. 6 मिनट तो कम है, बहुत कम है. 6 मिनट तो बाकायदा नाइंसाफी है भाई. 10 मिनट तो मिनिमम थे. इंजरी भी तो थी. 2 गोल भी हुए उसमें यार.
Exactly.
Ecuador attacking, but good defense. Ecuador is back forward, but there's a foul, and it is a free kick for Senegal. Almost 1 minute up. Almost 1 minute up, and you got the Senegal and think, yeah, baby.
It's almost over now.
Today, there's going to be a carnival in Qatar. Ecuador on the attack. Will this carnival become a somber affair? Either way, it should be a carnival, but then पहले सेनेगल फैंस कर रहे थे, अब इक्वाडोर करेंगे, फिर वापस सेनेगल करने लगे. अब क्या है, वापस इक्वाडोर आएगा कि नहीं आएगा?
Ecuador has got a corner.
Are they calling the goalkeeper forward? वो देखना है क्या गोलकीपर फॉरवर्ड आएगा. I don't think so. They are not calling the goalkeeper. He is waiting for instructions. But मेरे को डाउट है. 2 मिनट इन. एंड इट्स अ सेव है मेंडी की. फिर बाहर कर दिया. एक और कॉर्नर. On that note, by the time the corner is taken, let me tell you, the game has ended between Qatar and Netherlands 2-0. Qatar goes top of the table. So
Yes.
that game has ended as of now, and now we are here looking at Ecuador and Senegal.
So Netherlands are through. Qatar is out from their own home.
Qatar is majority out from their own homes.
A very disappointing World Cup for them.
बहुत ज्यादा ही डिसअपॉइंटिंग हो गया मेरे भाई.
Didn't win a single game. Couldn't even draw a single game.
हाँ, और इधर 4 मिनट होने को आ रहे हैं मेरे भाई. 4 minutes.
Oh, that was close. And Ecuadorian players are not happy with the referees over here. But I don't see any reason why they should not be
Yeah.
happy with the referees. Senegal coach to giving the just the marching orders to some of his lads.
Oh, that was not a foul. चलो पतली गली पकड़ो उसने बोला सिंपल.
Netherlands top the group. Qatar
Netherlands
half.
are topping the group. Yes, Netherlands are topping the group. Netherlands are topping the group very very clearly.
And
उसके
trust
अंदर
me,
कोई दो
Group
राय नहीं
B
है.
can change a whole lot tonight. Group B can change a whole lot tonight. I'm telling you this. It's not a shorty for England to finish on top. It's not a shorty for Iran and US. Even if Wales somehow can spring up a surprise, Wales could be in the round of 16. It could be a possibility. It's very tough, but it could happen.
हाँ यार कुछ भी हो सकता है. I'm not saying that it may not happen. It can happen and it will happen. If that happens, then it is a big thing for
It would
them.
be lovely if Iran beats USA today and Iran finishes on 6 points and Wales beats England and they finish on 4 points.
हाँ.
And somehow Wales qualify and England is out in the group stage. It will be amazing.
ओह भाई फिर तो कुछ भी नहीं हो सकता. फिर तो सब कुछ ही गया.
Last chance, Ecuador attacking full force. A searching ball in the penalty box. Oh, that's a foul, and that's it. That should be it. That should be game over. That is game over.
It
Is that
is.
it? And
I
it is.
believe so. I think so. That should be the last kick of the ball.
That foul, I think that kills the game.
I believe that should be the last kick of the ball because Senegal is now keeping the ball safe. बहुत ज्यादा ही safe खेल रहे हैं Senegal and I think so
I
that
think
should be.
I feel bad. I feel bad for Ecuador because they played very well against Qatar. They won that game. They played very well against Netherlands. They drew that game.
हाँ.
And today also they haven't played that bad, and they are going home.
Simple है यार.
Senegal are through. Senegal are through. Senegal are through. Senegal are the
Fifth team to go into the round of
15 to
16.
go through.
Unfortunate, feels sad for Ecuadorians. They played their hearts out. But Senegal are
Absolutely.
through.
आखिरी के कुछ मोमेंट में वो दिख गया था शोल्डर ड्रूपिंग. आखिरी के कुछ मोमेंट्स में दिख गया था shoulders were drooping.
You see inconsolable Ecuadorian players.
Absolutely. And kudos to the Senegalese manager. He had done very well. He had done very well. He's marshaled his troops very well.
Yes, and he's crying.
Yeah. It is very good to see.
So we have the two teams out from Group A officially. It's Qatar and Ecuador.
हाँ
Qatar,
जी.
it was all expected. Ecuador played very well. But
Ecuador मेरे को लगा था कि वो थोड़ा सा और कर लेगा, but Ecuador नहीं कर पाया. But on the other hand, on the contrary, I think it's a decent thing done.
But overall it's a very good performance. Very good performance by Senegal.
Yeah.
A very good performance by Netherlands as expected.
बिल्कुल.
Out of these, where do you see these two teams heading? So Senegal will face the Group B's topper, which it's a high chance it could be England.
और
and
ईरान और यूएस
or Wales.
और वेल्स.
Wales नहीं होगा because Wales has lost both to US and US के साथ draw किया था और ईरान से हारे थे, तो Wales will not be uh, topping the table if they qualify. They will probably finish second, so it will be either between England, Iran, and the US. So it will be Senegal versus either of these, and same goes for Netherlands. So how far, and I'm putting you right now in the spot, how far do you see Senegal going, and how far do you see Netherlands going in the World Cup?
Senegal round of 16 depends यार कौन सी टीम के साथ खेल रहे हैं लोग, because once the whole draw is set, no.
No, I want to put you in the spot. I'm asking you based on their abilities, where how far do you see they can go?
Who? Netherlands and Senegal.
Both.
Both Netherlands and Senegal, right?
Yes.
Netherlands can go maximum till about quarterfinals, not more than that. And Senegal ka round of 16 last. Until they strike an upset. That's a different thing.
So you're saying that you're discounting Netherlands and you are not believing in Gakpo madness?
No.
You're not believing in the Gakpo madness of the highest scorer in the World Cup so far?
No, yeah, I don't see that. I don't see that happening.
You're saying that it will be, the price will be fixed at 105 million.
हाँ हो जाएगा, मतलब वो उसमें भी अगर even if they go out in the latter half of the World Cup एक आध गोल स्कोर करके, लेकिन वो गोल जो भी and they'll go out maybe 2-1 not 1-0. So quarter finals में जब नेदरलैंड्स हारेगी तो it is going to be a 2-1 scoreline rather than a 1-0 scoreline.
So guys, we are hearing a very contradictory statement. So LVG said that he is going to reach the finals, but my friend is over here, he's saying that they can maximum reach quarterfinal. Let's see what is going to happen.
भैया देखो एलबीजी के अगेंस्ट तो मत पिट करो यार, मतलब ठीक है, ऐसे ऐसे ये चीजें गलत हो जाती हैं यार.
एलवीजी ने बोला था उसकी टीम जब फाइनल में पहुंचेगी तो उसने सीधा बोला था जब फाइनल में पहुंचेगी तो हम ये करेंगे.
तो करेगा ना, पहले जब और तब में बहुत फर्क है.
नहीं, एलवीजी ने जब एलवीजी ने ये बोल दिया कि उसकी टीम फाइनल में पहुंचेगी, देन पीपल लाइक
मतलब उसकी टीम पहुंचेगी.
People like me, we agree to what he says because we need to listen to King Louis. King Louis said, and I want to refresh your memory. This King Louis said that we are going to win a title. And when he won the title, he put that title right on the table where the other reporters were, and that title was the FA Cup.
And then नहीं है, वो कप है बस, वो टाइटल नहीं है. उसको टाइटल मत बोलो, उसकी बेइज्जती मत करो उसकी.
That is also a trophy, right? That is also a trophy.
हाँ, जिसको बहुत सालों तक कोई रेकरिंग नहीं मिली थी.
The oldest trophy in the footballing world, the oldest trophy in the footballing world, right?
अबे तुम रहने दो, तुम रहने दो बे, बहुत हो गया.
चलो, let's sign out then for.
चलो भाई. All right. So we'll catch you guys later.
And we'll catch you in the England versus Wales and Iran versus US game.
Yes. All right. Adios. Tada.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.